What is the most unprofessional thing you've done at work? My wife and I worked at a carpet store and my wife ended up sleeping with the owner of the company, so I divorced the jerk, but I kept working at the company because the economy sucked and I had new attorney bills to pay. The jerk continued to work there as well. I got really depressed watching the jerk and the owner always going to lunch and weekend trips together. I started smoking a lot of grass to deal with the depression. One day I came into work totally baked. I was on the forklift moving a roll of carpet out of the showroom. The forklift only has 3 controls, but I was so blasted it felt like I was flying a spaceship. I ended up lifting the roll of carpet too high and knocked a fluorescent light tube out of its socket and right onto a customer's head. The owner came over and proceeded to tear me a new one. The customer's face was cut in a few places and he was bleeding pretty good, but he was tough and told the owner everything was fine and accidents happen. After the customer left, the owner continued to chew me out and told me that I was fired as soon as he could find another warehouse manager. So what did I do? I went to the computer and looked up the customer's information. I called the customer I injured and explained my story. I then gave him a proposition. I told him that I was under the influence while driving that forklift and I have never been substance tested, not even once. I told the customer that if he took the owner to court, I would admit to everything. I assured him he would win the case as I've seen similar stuff happen before in my profession. In return, I wanted 25% of his total winnings. The customer did not even hesitate. He said, "Let's get that dirt bag," and hung up with me and called a lawyer. Thanks to our jacked up justice system, I got to screw my boss who screwed my wife. The customer won a $2 million settlement, and I ended up getting a little over $400,000 and spent less than a day in jail.